Hello everyone and welcome to Thursday. Today, you'll notice I'm wearing my Earthbound shirt, and there's a reason for that. Today is the 10th anniversary of Earthbound, which is the Earthbound public stunt series. So it's really the 10th anniversary of our Earthbound videos. 10 years ago today was when I first uploaded the hint sign video, which was where I went down to Broadway at the beach here in Myrtle Beach and walked around with a large hint sign. Justin filmed it, and then after that point we uploaded it to the internet. YouTube either didn't exist at the time or was in its infancy to the point where like no one knew it existed, and I remember we had to upload it as like a WMV to the internet, and then people had to download it from my website. And we did. And we posted it on Starman, and people really liked the idea. The reason that Slash Earthbound came about was it was right around the time that Mega 64 started, and me and my friends had been watching some of the Mega 64 videos. We thought they were hilarious and decided that we should do the same type of thing, the public stunt, but with Earthbound, and focus just on Earthbound. It was actually funny because I remember when we started out thinking, you know, oh man, I wonder if Mega 64 is going to do an Earthbound video. And after we had done a few of them, we concluded that they probably wouldn't, because we had already done so many of them. But me, Justin, and Austin were the ones that primarily did the videos. I generally starred in them. Austin was in a few of them. Justin was in a few of them. Justin generally made the props, although there was a few times I also made props and costumes, and it was a good experience. It was a really good experience. And we recently, they had been online for a long time, but in poor quality, and we recently re-uploaded all of them like last year to Stephen Plays. So if you've never seen them, here's your chance. I'll put a card on screen now with the playlist so you guys can go check them out. There will also be a link in the description if you'd rather click it there. I think there's probably about 12 or 13 of these things. I produced most of them between the ages of 16 and 18, although I think there's one, I think the most recent one, I don't even know if it's in that playlist that I'm linking you guys to, but there's one I did with Alex in like freshman year of college that was a little bit later, but I did most of them in that 2 or 3 year span. And it was a lot of fun. And actually that's where I really got started, and I think that's kind of why it's a big deal to me. I had been doing videos before that, putting them on the internet before that, starting a community before that, but it wasn't until the Earthbound videos came out where we started to see a good bit of early success, and a lot of it had to do with the fact that there was already an established base of viewers, you know, the Earthbound community, Starman.net, back in 2005. So we were able to release these videos, and that's really where I guess I started to get my name out there. People already knew me in that community. It's just now they started to know me as the guy that makes the Earthbound videos. What was cool was that around the same time, I can't remember if it was before or after, but around the same time, Jeff Benson started to do his Earthbound Saga series with his brother Robbie. I say started. They technically started when they were like 5 years old, so a long time ago. But that's when they grabbed it and decided that they were going to continue with it. So those were really the only two like Earthbound series on the internet at the time that I know of. Them doing a more narrative type story, and us doing the public stunts. And that's actually how I got to know Jeff a little bit, Jeff and Robbie, because I talked to them on the internet. I don't think Robbie remembers, but Jeff remembers, because we had talked many years ago. But it was an interesting piece in the history of me, the history of the media that I produce, and I honestly owe probably the start of the snowball rolling down the hill that is my career to that. Because the Earthbound videos is what turned into Fobbies Are Born. Fobbies Are Born is what turned into Lords of Not Christmas. Lords of Not Christmas is what turned into Nintendo Speaks. Nintendo Speaks is what turned into Steven Vlog, essentially. And the audience that was in one followed to the other. And there's people that are watching the videos today that have been watching that long. There are people watching today, albeit not very many, that remember Earthbound videos coming out, you know, me saying, oh, they're going to be out, you know, next weekend, and then being very excited for when they came out, and downloading the WMV so they could watch them. So it's been an interesting 10 years. It's been a very interesting 10 years, and I've had a lot of fun. And my goal was actually to try and produce a video for today, a new /Earthbound video, a new Earthbound public stunt, and I just couldn't do it. There's way too much going on. I'm not going to write off the idea because I think it would still be fun to do like a 10th anniversary thing. I don't know when I'd get around to it, but that was what I was hoping to do, and there's no way that's going to work out. But if you've never seen the series or you want to revisit it for its anniversary, check out the link. They're pretty short, they're pretty entertaining, especially if you've played Earthbound, and you might enjoy them. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. It is kind of gross outside. I don't know if you can really tell. It's rainy, and I've got a lot of stuff to do, but I'm getting ready to release the first Camp Fangamer vlog, the first day of the event, the really long one, so that'll be done, and then it'll be time to get started on Sunday. And that's the last big barrier. Once I can get past that, I can work on vlogs. Thanks for watching, and let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? I want to talk about my buddy. I want to talk about Emil, because yesterday Emil hit 1 million subscribers, and I just wanted to say congratulations, Chugga Conroy.
Oh, I see. You've written a letter. If that's a love letter, take it to the mailbox. It's our town's custom.